Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up.
Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.
Good morning, USA. Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, if your girlfriend turn around, that's crazy.
No,
okay.
Oh, my goodness.
If your girlfriend hears that right now, she start looking around. Ain't nobody calling her. I was mimicking Santa Claus.
Oh, my goodness. Well, today's show is all about family. Hopefully you enjoying family today. Some of our favorite family episodes, like when Rome stopped through. And, you know, Rome is Jess's baby daddy.
Yes, and you know Jess has a book coming out called Till Death Do We Parent.
That's right.
Yeah, it'll be out on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing, Simon & Schuster, and it's literally about her time co-parenting with Rome. Well, I mean, they're still co-parenting now, but you know how they got through it because they had young Ashton when they were young.
That's right. And also, my wife will be stopping through, Gia, of course, Gia Casey. We have a book called Real Life, Real Family out right now. We talk about raising our kids. So it's going to be best of both worlds.
Salute to the Casey
today.
crew. I thought about the Casey crew when we was at Miss Patty LaBelle house because I was making the waffles, and I was like, they're not ready until they're the complexion of the Casey crew.
Yes, he actually said that out loud. Like, wasn't like, under his breath. Like, he really said, is it the complexion of the Casey crew? Yes, it is. Now the waffles.
And everybody understood exactly what I meant. They was like, yeah, that's right. That's how they're supposed to look.
Oh, my goodness. Merry Christmas. Let's get into those interviews in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, it's Hudson.
Hudson, what's up? Get it off your chest, brother.
I just want to know when, like, at 9:50 when y'all wrapping up the show, does the administration ever come down and be like, yo, that was gay. But tomorrow, I need y'all to be just a little gayer.
First of all, I don't know who this imaginary administration is. Y'all think, has his hand on this show, but no, that doesn't happen, sir.
All right, that's all.
But Hudson, let's be honest though. Who starts the show was like last night when I went to Dick's. Like that's.
First of all, I'll talk about Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little crazy. It was a little AO.
Yeah, but you know what I want to know too, Hudson? Why would they name the store Dick's though? Like
because there's people named Dick.
Sporting Authority, Sporting Goods.
Richard.
Administration came down and told them we needed a little gayer.
Man, shut up. Everything isn't gay, guys. Now you got me Googling why is Dick's Sporting Goods called Dick's Sporting Goods.
Thank you, Hudson. Have a good one, man.
Have a good morning.
Dick's Sporting Goods is named after its founder, Richard Dick Stack. That's his name, man.
Wow, all right. Well, salute to
Richard.
All right. Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's Tom from Brooklyn.
Ty from Brooklyn. What's up?
Yo, what's up? Good morning, Jess. Morning, Charlamagne.
Good morning.
Peace, King.
Yo, Envy. I just wanted to tell you, it was one day I was up here joking, pausing every little single thing, like y'all know how I do it. And then you say, get it off your chest. I'm like, nah, that's a big pause. How y'all gonna make all them jokes pause everything, and then not pause, get it off your chest? You need to change that to get it off your mind.
I literally said that, yo. I'm with you. I said that as soon as I started working here. I said, they up there telling
Yo,
me.
it's a big pause, Envy.
Why y'all thinking about men? When I think of get it off your chest, I'm thinking women. What's on your mind, Ty?
I know you
just
not
can't stop
talking.
thinking about it now because y'all was doing all them jokes. Y'all was doing all them pause jokes. And then right after, you going to say, all right, get it off your chest. I'm like, hey, yo, pause.
And,
You're right.
and who you giving that donkey to?
I got to give it to
You know
Envy.
what he be doing?
No.
gotta
I'm saying.
Donkey of the day goes to Envy today.
Pause.
That's possible too. You said I'm giving it to Envy. I'm saying it's gay. Yeah.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Tamika from Westchester.
Hey, Tamika. Get it off your chest, mama.
Okay, good morning, DJ and the Charlamagne. I'm a fan.
Good morning.
I just wanted to get off my chest the fact that I did nothing, and now I'm broken up with the boyfriend that I've been with for 3 years because his side girlfriend thinks that I'm her stalker.
Wait a minute.
His side girlfriend
Thinks
thinks
you
that
her
you're
stalker?
his stalker?
Mm-hmm.
All right, explain this to me a little bit more now. So,
Okay.
Okay.
So I've been with this boy for like almost 3 years.
Okay.
And when I came out of my relationship, he came out of his relationship for a long time. And he still wanted to explore and all that, and we didn't know what we was. So he told me, like, oh, I'm talking to this one, I'm talking to that one, talking to that one. So it's like, okay, whatever. But time had passed, and he had started moving his stuff into my apartment, and we started establishing things. I work for the city, I put him on my insurance. We started establishing and making plans. I didn't realize how strong of a connection he was making with other girls. But then he comes to me one day and tells me that the other girl...
Okay, I've heard enough. So you're not his only girl?
No.
I'm not his only girl, no.
Okay, so what are you calling here to ask us?
Well,
now?
she's upset because she put him on insurance. She thought it was serious.
This is just getting off my chest. I wasn't asking anything.
Oh, you just mad at yourself for being stupid?
Hey.
Yes.
How old are you?
34.
34 years old. How many girls does this man got?
Who knows?
But you can understand it, though.
How many yeast infections have you had since y'all been dating?
I
know your pH balance is always off.
Oh, stop it. Come on.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, okay. Well,
I understand, though, because you put him on insurance. He moved in. You thought it was more serious than it was, and he was still playing the field.
Well, see, I want to tell you that you know you can do better.
That's not the part that I'm mad at. The part that I'm mad at is that I have nothing to do with his other relationships, and I'm being accused of being a random girl stalker.
Why would you
care? I don't even know this girl.
Why would you even care? You shouldn't even speak to
Why
her.
would I even care? This is what I'm saying. You ever been accused of something you absolutely did not do?
Yes.
And just super fucking frustrated, but then also super relieved because it's like, you never trust me in the beginning. But it's just super fucking frustrating because I really didn't do it.
I understand you're upset, but stop cursing. But understand that the truth don't need no defense. It only needs witnesses. So as long as you know the truth, that's the most important thing. But the truth is, you just one of this man's hoes. Now, you need to ask yourself, do you just want to be one of this man's hoes, or do you want to be more to somebody? Because if you want to be more to somebody, then you need to go find that somebody, because it's not going to be with him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you went through that, Mama. But take him off the insurance
went through it?
ASAP.
She's still going through it.
No, take him off the insurance ASAP.
She ain't going to do nothing.
Is he still on the insurance?
Yeah.
Who that talking to you in the background?
Nobody. That's y'all on the radio.
Oh, yeah, man. You just another one of his hoes, man. And I think that you deserve better than that.
That's
but,
right.
he did keep it 100 with you from the beginning. It's not like he lied to you.
Yeah, he didn't lie, and y'all didn't have a conversation. You just assumed because he moved in, but that was not a great assumption. Obviously.
Thanks.
And I know it's hard. 3-4 years of raw sex.
3.
You know what I'm saying? Him blowing in your bunkie. I know it got you a little open, man, but you deserve better.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Mama.
Have a great day.
Have a good day.
Damn, man. She should take him off insurance right now.
She not.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up, Envy?
What's up, Trav?
Hey, Jess.
Hey, boo.
What's up, baby? What's up, Star?
Peace, sis. What's the word?
Hey, ain't nothing, chilling. I just want to shout out 2 things. Number 1, shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. Make sure y'all tune in. Watch us get that work put in. Know what I mean? Talk to us, Star.
I don't like how you said that. You said, watch us get that work.
Pause.
That means that we going to lose, bro.
Oh, no. Maybe no. Watch us put in that work.
Yeah, but you ain't say that. You said, watch us get that work. You bottomed us out, bro. You turned us into a bottom instead of a top, bro. Don't do that.
You right.
God.
Number 2, I got to talk about my man, Cole. Y'all had somebody come on, Marco Plus,
Yeah.
I think his name is. Mm-hmm. Shout out to him. I mean, a dream villain like myself. But Charlamagne, I was going to tell you that, nobody you name is touching J. Cole. I don't care if it's Big Crit. I don't care if it's
I say nothing about no Big Crit.
Mike.
I don't have nothing to do with your ridiculous hip hop takes, okay? You cannot ever
Hold
say
on, bro.
J. Cole is not the king of the South in no way, shape, or form.
Yes, he is. First of all, he rap better than anybody you can name.
That's not
First
true.
of all, his cadences, his flows, his delivery, his name one person.
J. Cole don't rap better than Scarface? J. Cole don't rap better than T.I.?
Lyrically.
J. Cole don't rap better than Lil Wayne?
Yes, he do. I'm sorry. When it comes to lyricism,
Scarface and T.I., bro?
yes. T.I.
Right.
First of all, none of them see J. Cole when it comes to cadences, delivery, flow, lyrics, no matter what it is, substance, all of that.
I'm not even arguing. I'm not arguing. This is silly. I'm not having this debate.
I don't care if we can fight. Bye.
You wasn't even outside. You wasn't even outside when when T.I. and Wayne and Scarface was killing things.
Trav said we could fight.
Right.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's good, Monty. What's good, man? What's up, Shrimp?
What's up, my G? What's going on?
Chilling, my brother, man. Just want to get off my chest about the fashion game. Y'all know how I do, bro. This is Monty, man. I made that hoodie for Angela Lee a long time ago, and Charlamagne was hating on me. But I love you, brother, man. I ain't got no hate for you, man. I'm still out here pushing, man. 7 years strong, bro. 7 years strong.
What I was hating about, I be forgetting.
Man, but back in the day, man, I called up there talking about fashion. It's not that you like, man, you ain't nothing, man. You was hating back in the day, but now you different, man. So it's cool, man. And I also want to get off my chest. I ain't got no hatred for you, man. I swear to God, man. I used to hate you, but now I don't, man. It's cool, man. I swear to God, I ain't got no hate for you, bro. Even though I could have made it. I could have made it, man, if you would have just been on my side. When I was on the radio,
Lord, don't start that now. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
He was probably trash.
Yeah,
He probably just didn't like it. Like, people get mad when you say something is trash. It might have been trash.
I don't remember saying. I've never seen his clothes to say it was trash.
No, he said you seen it. He said she was wearing it and you said it was trash. Sounds like you.
Damn, you told her it was trash. She was wearing it.
Does that sound like it?
Absolutely. Damn.
All right. Get it off your chest. You got hoodie on. That hoodie trash. Sound like him.
Damn.
Sound like him.
Okay.
800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. He heard. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special legends in the building.
Man, come on now. This is a special one right here.
Legends of the building.
Come
of
on
course,
now.
the cast of Good Times. 50 years of Good Times. We got Michael, Thelma, and JJ.
Well, first of all, Ralph Carter, Bernadette Stanis, and Jimmy Walker. That's right. All right.
Good morning, guys. How y'all feeling?
Good morning, Breakfast Club.
50 years of good times?
Wow. I know. Wow.
And we're still going strong.
Yeah.
Did y'all know Good Times was going to make the mark that it made?
Well, I didn't. Had no idea.
No, we didn't. But we're very grateful it did.
Yeah.
Well, from the beginning, let's start. How did it come about? How did Good Times come about? And how did you guys audition? And how did it make? Because during that time, there wasn't too many of us on television. So how did it come about?
Well,
and he is black. You know when he said
I don't know.
I know.
I can tell he's black.
I'm black. They joke me all the time, and I'm black. But go ahead.
I don't know, Mr. Carter.
Yeah.
Well, it started with me being in a beauty pageant, and from there was a manager watching me in the beauty pageant, and gave my mother a card to say they're looking for a teenager to be in this show and meet Norman Lear at CBS, So we went up there, but there were thousands of girls when I opened the door. So I mean, but that's how it started with me.
You was a teenager on Good Times?
Yeah.
How old was you? 18. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I was about to say, Lord have mercy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You're still beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So, and then, after a couple of months, I thought I didn't get it, because I didn't hear back from them. And then I did get the call. My mom got the call that I was Thelma. And so they flew me out to California. That's how it happened for me.
Wow. What about you, Mr. Carter?
By the time I began to work with Norman Lear, I had been in my 6th Broadway play by that time. During my journey with Miss Jane Murray and also Pat Kirkland. These were 2 wonderful women who I auditioned for when I went there. However, I literally had the job before I got the job. My contract was bought from The Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. We did the adapted version of the musical play. By that time, I had won the Tony Award nomination that year in '74. However, as a result of that, Norman would he came more than twice to see my work and flew my mother and I out to the state of California. I was reluctant because they always said it never rains in California. And I was excited. It rained for 3 months when I got there. Right then and there, any illusions about Hollywood were always neutralized as far as I'm concerned. So I'm very grateful to have not only worked with and still love Jimmy Walker and Bernadette, but we give respect to the spirit of Miss Esther Rolle, and to Jeanette Dubois, and to Johnny Brown, who played Bookman, to Helen Martin, who played Weeping Wanda. These are wonderful people that helped us along the way. Of course, to Mr. Ben Powers as well. Albert Reed, who played the Alderman. These are the people who accentuated what we did. Of course, we were working with the wonderful Debbie Allen and the work that she contributed to our production. So we thank you.
What about you, Mr. Walker?
I'm just a hardcore stand-up. That's it. That's all I do. I'm just a stand-up to the core. So I went to the Comedy Store. I'm doing shows. I go back to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, get a call. JD Joe, she says, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in my bed, sleeping." She says, "Well, you belong across the street. We're doing rehearsals." I said, "Rehearsal for what?" She says, "There's a show called Good Times. You signed on to the show." I had signed on to it. at the improv.
But you didn't believe him.
Yeah, because I didn't believe him because he's a liar. So
was this a verbal contract then?
No, they had a contract. Kenny the drunk, who was a lawyer, was at the bar. I said, Kenny, is this any good? He said, yeah, I think so. Sign it. I'll send it back for you. And I said, Kenny's a drunk. He's not going to send it. He's a liar. He's not going to send it. So then he sent it back. So I was on the show. So I go to the rehearsal, and there's a whole bunch of people there at the rehearsal because I didn't even know we had a script. Because they said there's a script downstairs. I said, I'm going back to bed because I'm not going downstairs to get a script because they're lying. I don't have time.
But you're there.
So I went, I got the script, and I'm reading the script, and I said to the guy next to me, like you normally, I said, man, this sucks. What is this?
God damn.
I said, he said, we're going to do a TV show. I said, really? I said, you're a liar. It's not going to happen. This is terrible. From then on, we did the show, and I was always throwing stuff in, and people got upset.
So when did you stop thinking people was liars?
Never. I think it now. People, agents are liars. They're all liars. No, very few people want to be bigger than what they are. And the big people, you never meet them.
Yeah.
They're in the big glass tower upstairs on the 90th floor. So, even if, like Bernadette will tell you, even if I meet a girl, I said, give me your number. I know she's lying because she's not going to give you the number. And then with the horrible things with the cell phones, they don't answer. You text them. You email them. They sit in their room and they sit with their girlfriends and they start laughing. They go, this moron I met at Walmart. He asked for my number. I was busy. I gave him my number because I know I'm never going to talk to him or answer his emails ever
He did
again.
get lucky this week. Yeah, he did. He got
Once
lucky.
in a while, somebody will come through, but very, very rarely. And the girl will be nice, and some girls will go. And I learned this from a friend of mine who happens to be a girl, and she said a very interesting thing. She said, if you want to get rid of a guy and he asks you to go out, say, like if she's a girl, I ask you to go out. So I say, hey, Jess, why don't we, go to the Four Seasons and have dinner? That's what they do. They say, are you serious? Really?
But you got lucky this week.
No, it wasn't lucky yet. But it was a girl that showed promise.
Oh, she answered.
She answered, and I was like, really? Sometimes you're so stunned.
And then one called you.
One did call back. I was stunned.
How many times do you give your number out to these women?
All the time.
I'm available. Anybody, but see, they and I've said to girls, hey, let's go on a cruise together. And they just go,
What age are these women that you hollered at?
They just go.
What age are they? What age?
They're adults.
Yeah.
They're adults.
What's an adult?
And they just start laughing like they don't say yes or no.
No, they just start laughing. They just go.
How did y'all feel about the Good Times cartoon on Netflix?
Well, that's Bernadette's thing. She'll tell you.
How did you feel, Miss Bernadette? Because they keep calling it a reboot, but that's not a.
No, that's not.
a
That's
reboot.
not it at all. No, that's not it at all. I think that our audience missed something. They missed what happened to us. It's always they want the completion of it. It never really happened so far. My thing about the animation was this, that, I know that Jimmy Walker came to them and he presented a cartoon about 5 years before this one. Really? And it was the all of us, the way we are in a animation, and we have our same voices and everything like that. They didn't bite that, but later on came up with they're going to do an animation. And I remember my manager called them and said, well, are we going to be in it or not? So the way they described the animation to us was this. It was going to be a modern day, progression of what everything is going to be for the Good Times family, fine. But they asked Jimmy and I to do a tiny little part, but it sounded okay. We didn't see the scripts. So Jimmy did a part, I did a little part. My character's name is Peaches. She's like a project lady that's whatever. But when the trailer came out, we saw it and everybody was like, no, You know, you don't have a cracked baby in the mother's arms. You don't do that. So, and I remember having an interview with the singer, Jim Gilstrap, and he was saying, you know, there are some lyrics that they took out. So I said, what were the lyrics? And he said, well, you know, they say roaches roaming the hallway and the landlord lives on the other side of town or something like that. He said that they took it out because 50 years ago now, they thought that would be offensive to black people. Okay? But 50 years later, you have two roaches singing in the shower.
Lord have mercy.
They singing the song Good Time. So I'm like, this is not it.
I haven't watched it. Mr. Cardi?
I actually was quite disappointed with the actors who took the time to sign on to that project. These are actors and artists and comedians that I really had a high regard for. I won't use the past tense with them right now, but I'm disappointed at the fact that they did that. When I did take a quick review of this particular rubbish that I saw, I was contacted by some media outlets for my point of view. But I refused to dignify it with a response. And I'm just pretty much disappointed with the artist who signed on to it.
Yeah.
So y'all don't like the Good Times reboot?
To say that? No,
Yes.
we don't.
It's crazy though. 50 years of Good Times. I'm shocked like nobody did a documentary or some type of, you know, reunion show. Like y'all didn't get approached about none of that?
No.
The anthology that I did write, it wouldn't be a product commercially right now, again, because of the losses that we had.
But we did have a
people
movie
that we worked
that
with.
we're going to put together, and we had all the characters. It just didn't.
They are now ancestors, so
this is Brett Miller,
keep living,
who works with Norman, and that's the guy who kind of gaboshed us.
Yeah.
And that was it. I mean, that's the way. Because when I took it around, everybody I talked to says, "Well, do you own the rights?" And we go, "No." And they said, "Well, nothing we could do for you." And these are all friends of mine. So that's the way it was. I just think that they didn't want us involved, and they achieved their goal.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, we love y'all.
All right, guys.
We
You know
celebrate
that
y'all.
yes,
Absolutely.
our fans really kept writing us and telling us how much they loved us, and they did not like the animation. You know, they respect us in so many different ways. So we still got our satisfaction out of it. You know,
Right.
Absolutely. Well,
and
we
when the
appreciate
people don't like it, watch out.
That's right.
Well, we appreciate you guys for joining us. 50 years of Good Times.
Yo, the lyrics to the theme song. Y'all all know that,
No,
right?
I don't know it. I think Ralph knows it.
Keeping your head above water, making a way when you can. Temporary layoffs, good times. Easy credit rip-off, good time. Scratching and surviving,
Good time.
good times. Hanging in a child line.
no.
Oh, it's hanging in the child line?
That's how I interpret
no,
it.
it's
I have the
Hey, I
written
thought it was
lyrics.
hanging in and
still.
jiving.
Yes, it is hanging in
You have
and
two
jiving.
versions.
Hanging in and jiving.
Hanging in and jiving, but also I have on document in my archive hanging in the child
Isn't that
line.
something?
So they have
They said it that way so long,
They have
so now-
both versions of it. However, it really caught on the way that the wonderful Janae Dubois wrote the soundtrack for Moving On Up for the Jeffersons. Janae Dubois is the writer and the musician and the vocalist that sings that song. So that in itself, when you deal with theme songs, and when we were coming on, y'all were gracious enough to play it for us. So it was a nice way to walk into your sound studio, and we thank you.
So the mystery continues. We still don't know if it's hanging in the child line. It's hanging in the jiving.
It's hanging
Google
in
it.
It's hanging in and jiving.
Hanging in and jiving.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Bernadette and I are going to have this going on for a while.
Obviously.
Well, we appreciate you.
pleasure.
Jim Gilstrap, the one who sung it, told me. He said it. He said it was hanging in and jiving.
Hanging in and jiving.
So that's what it was. But it came off, I don't know if it was the enunciation of it or not, but it came off as hanging in a child line. It sounds that way, but it really was hanging in and jiving.
And there's a second verse that people have never heard that goes to the same song. So the information that I do have, it has what I'm trying to say.
That's the little
She said
roaches.
that's the roaches.
That's the roaches
That's the roaches.
singing in the shower.
So you
50
guys
years
have
of good
been
times.
wonderful. I thank you,
man. A
for,
pleasure, man.
for thinking
Thank
enough
you.
of us.
All right.
Again, to your listening audience, we thank you again for a wonderful 50 years. May you be blessed by every breath you breathe and every beat of your heart.
Thank you very
Love
much.
you.
That's
All
right.
three.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, the most dangerous morning show, the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God. Loren LoRosa is here. Jess Hilarious is here. Who's filling in for Envy? Loren LoRosa is filling in for Envy.
Absolutely.
Is Envy filling in? He's here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
But she's filling in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a guest today, though, because his new book, Real Life, Real Family, with the queen of the house, Gia Casey, is out right now.
How you feeling, you?
Humbled by being given the opportunity to write a book about something that is the most important thing to me, the thing I'm the most passionate about, the thing that brings me the most joy, family, parenting, my household, our home. So yes, I'm very humbled.
This is the second book. Yes, it's amazing. You know what? Let's just rewind it back. For those who don't know, who is the Casey Crew? Where did that name come from? How did y'all get started?
Do you remember?
The Casey Crew? Yeah, it's our last name. What do you mean?
No. But do you remember how we came up with the name?
No, how do we come up with the name?
We were doing our first podcast, and it was before we were doing like the audio version, the video version. It was just the audio version, and we started the podcast without a name, and we sat there and we kind of was coming up with like different names, and one of us said, well, how about the Casey Crew? You know, our last name is Casey. We have a whole crew of kids, a whole gaggle.
Yes.
What about the Casey Crew? And then people, you know, DM'd us and emailed and whatnot, and they said, yeah, we love that name. So we decided to call ourselves the Casey Crew.
Amazing.
That's where it came about.
Okay.
And Gia, whenever you post on social, you always hashtag the Casey Crew.
Yes.
Envy does as well. But one of the things that you guys do really good from the podcast to bringing it online is you pay attention to the comments and the responses.
Gia does.
Gia, yeah. And you guys bring them into the podcast, but you also like reflect on them on social media. So I want to read one of the posts that we pulled, and I thought that this was great. You inspire me. This is someone commenting to you guys. You inspire me. I wish all parents had this level of intention, planning, and vibe. Truth is, most parents, moms, are stressed, overworked by trying to make ends meet and harboring trauma. Therefore, it's passed down to the children. You've passed down light and love because of that and because of what you are. High five to all of the parents doing their best. And you use that as a moment to talk about like, no, it get a little crazy over here. But but it's important because if you ever been around your family, it is a lot of love and a lot of light. But I'm sure on the inside, things get crazy.
Well, you know, that's a big misconception. People assume that because you live a certain lifestyle or because you've earned a certain financial status that you don't have the same problems that they have. You know? So that comment really, really stood out to me because she spoke on the troubles and the trauma and the word trauma that she used. And Rashawn will speak on the word trauma. Sometimes he feels as though it's a word that's overused, but it's a word that represents something that so many people endure. The difference now is that we have words to identify how we feel and what we go through, and it's articulated. Because when our feelings and our experiences are articulated, then you're able to communicate. People are able to understand you. You're able to understand other people. You're able to have empathy and compassion for other people because now we're all speaking a universal language. Like the word triggered, like the word trauma, like the word
gaslit.
You know, these are things that some may think are overused now, but
words.
Yes, but there is value there. There is value there because now we can see each other. We understand each other.
When you're trying to create a safe space, you know, how is it to venture into an unsafe space like the comments? Especially with somebody that's on the air every day. You know what I mean? People have an opinion about envy every day.
So I read every single comment.
Every last comment. Every YouTube comment.
Interacting a lot.
I interact. It started when I had a lower follower account. It started because I always felt that if someone follows me, that's an investment, a small investment maybe, but it's an investment that they put into me. And they're looking at my content, they're looking at my pictures, and you left a comment, I want to respond back to you. I used to respond to almost every comment, you know, but then when my followers went up, I wasn't really able to do that. And that was something that, you know, I had to take that on the chin. I wasn't able to, but it's a sign of respect. And you said, why do I do that to myself? Because I'm strong enough to do that.
That's right.
I'm strong enough to do that. The comments don't, if they are negative, and I have to say I don't receive a lot of negative comments, thankfully, thank God. But if they are negative, I look at it as insight. I might ask myself, why might someone have that perspective? To me, it feeds my mental because I'm a thinker. I'm a deep thinker. I mull over things. I love to understand people. So for me, the comments are food. And they also bring me happiness when they're good. It lets you know that you're reaching someone. You're whatever it is that you're putting out. Because it's in the sense of sharing. There's a lot of things that I don't share. So if I choose to share and it's well received, then that's a good feeling. I think that's why a lot of people are on, or part of the reason why a lot of people are on social media. You know what I mean? And I'm strong enough to do so, and that's because of the way that I was raised.
Yeah.
I was raised to be a very strong and resilient woman. It comes directly from my parents. I'm fortunate in the sense that I can look back and identify things about the way that I was raised that created the individual, the woman, the mother, the wife that I am. And for me, it's a very beautiful thing. Both of my parents are no longer here. So to be able to say, wow, when my mother did this every single day, or when she took me here once a week, or when she said this to me, and those compliments, and that the way that she fed me and she fed my soul, and the joy that I experienced, and the amount of fun that I had as a kid. Like, I loved my life. And it's not because we were wealthy. We were not. We're a middle class family. I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from East Flatbush. We weren't raised, like I'm from an urban area, and it had nothing to do with money. It had nothing to do with wealth. It had everything to do with what my parents poured into my home and the love that I felt. And that is what we put into writing this book. There's a lot of books that we could have written. So many ideas came out because Real Life, Real Love was a huge success. It was a national bestseller. So it's like, you can write a book about this. We said we want to write a book about family. It's what we know best. It's what we know best. We've had so many ups, so many downs, so many wins, so many losses, so many things that we thought we were doing right that we weren't, that we had to regroup and make sure that we were balanced, as a married couple, because when we didn't agree, it's like, my way is better. No, my way is better. And this, we had to come to a meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So our relationship, the relationship grew, because we had to learn how to see eye to eye as parents. So there was many, many ups and downs, and we wanted to pour that all into a book. We wanted to let everyone know, like, it's really that village mentality. It's really that, like, we are a community, especially our Black community, because
I'm Black.
Yes, yeah. For the record, he is 100% Black. He doesn't have an ounce of Spanish blood.
So what's next to envy? Since he's Black. Tell you.
But I know that you're well aware because you speak to things of this nature often, but our history is being erased in schools, and it's being stripped away silently in society. So the foundation starts in our homes.
Yeah.
We have to teach children how to identify themselves. We have to teach children that sense of belonging. And they have to understand that they come from something meaningful. And if you leave it up to society to teach them that, you're going to wind up with children that are lost, that are overlooked, that don't know how to identify themselves, that get taken advantage of, and that are susceptible to what society wants for them. So for us, our core, our nucleus, our foundation, our home supersedes anything else in this world. We put our family first.
Would you say that you and Envy have two different parenting styles?
Absolutely.
Who's the more lenient parent? Who's the more lenient parent?
It depends what it is.
Okay.
Like, everybody knows my dad is retired police officer and ex-military, so I'm disciplined. I was the yeller, the screamer because I said so.
Yeah.
Gia's a lot different.
You did.
Like, arguments with Gia be like 7 hours. Like, it don't be.
This is
like,
true.
she wants to know why.
Yeah.
Why did you feel that
and
way?
I can tell she likes to break down.
What?
Yes.
If you don't get it, you're going to get it by the end of
Right.
the
Yes.
You better not trip up on them words.
Right. Exactly. So you got to really think before you speak to her, because she's like, all right, well, explain that. Like, I just said it just because. No, Nick, explain this. But so I'm more like, because I said so. She's more like, well, you can't go to the mall because of this. Because this could happen. Well, explain your parenting style. Mine is, my dad was like, no, and you didn't ask why. It just was what it was. You just figured it out later. Gia's a little different.
I prefer the explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how my parents were with me. I knew that my parents were invested in me living a happy, fulfilled, and fun life. And we didn't go lightly on the fun. And because I knew that, and my parents never said no just for the sake of saying no. Because parents are overworked and they are stressed. And the last thing they want to hear when they walk through the door is, Mommy, can you take me here? Can you buy me this? Can we watch this together? Can we go? Like, slow down. No. And sometimes you say no, you don't even know why you're saying no. That's not a good parenting technique.
Yeah.
You really have to take a moment. You have to take a beat. We all have to take a beat to listen to our children and be patient. And because I knew that my parents were invested in me that way, I knew that when they said no, there was a good reason.
How do you make sure you're raising the kids out of love and not fear, though?
That's such a good question. It comes with the explanations. Do you know what I mean? I don't tell them, you can't do this and you can't do that. Why? Because I said so. Let me explain to you why. You know, sometimes we'll watch the news together, you know, when they're at an appropriate age, at about 9 years old. You know, I think that they're mature enough to ingest certain things. So what I do is I would record it on my DVR and then cherry pick different stories that I think that are appropriate, that speak to the protective measures that we take on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like if I see a child abduction that's not too traumatic, I might save that and then show it to a child that's old enough. You know, I did it with Madison, I did it with Logan, and I find that they take that into their adult lives and they're very, very, like Madison walks around like a police officer. She has a boyfriend, his name is Andrew. And when they go into a restaurant, she's the one that sits facing the door. She feels like the protective force in that relationship because her head is always on swivel. You know what I mean? She could tell you a car that was driving 6 cars ahead, you know, and she's always paying attention to license plates. When she was young, I used to go through like, in case you get kidnapped scenarios, because it's the type of information that can save a life. Girls are being taken. So if you have a young girl, it is very proactive to educate them about the realities and the tricks and the cons that people, you know, because even me, as proactive as I try to be, that whole technique with a baby crying outside your house, I would be inclined to open the door. If I hear a baby crying and someone that sounds like a mother yelling and screaming outside the house, I am that type of person. But
not me.
But now you, I am.
Like
and
something wrong.
But now,
I
would, my heart with my, I would be inclined to open that door. But now with all the knowledge and some of the good things about social media is that so much knowledge is being spread. So now we're consuming good information as well. So I heard that, I'm like, wow, that's absolutely right. It jogs your thinking. It makes you say, oh, wait a minute. I do have to put myself first. Even if someone else, a stranger, seems to be in need, I have to prioritize myself, my home, my family. So, you know, it's important to spread information and to teach your kids, even though it may be a little scary. But you do have to do it in a way where it doesn't incite fear.
How y'all pick and choose what y'all decide to be transparent about? Like, it's just so much. And your kids are getting older and they're like, you know, like they're wanting to walk by themselves with their friends.
You know
How
what?
do you know?
If it was up to me, I'm transparent with everything, right? Gia has to hold back a lot. Like, for instance, like with Logan, right? Logan, when he was in high school, used to get picked on all the time. But he used to get picked on, guess for what reason?
Being light skinned?
No, because Charlamagne
Dad
is
is gay.
Yes. So
stop being gay. I tell you all the time.
No, when you gave me the ass, that's why. Pause.
What? Wow. Hey, yo. Not thinking that.
He gave me the butt cake. When he gave me the butt cake.
Not much better.
You know what I mean.
The butt shaped cake he gave you.
When he gave me the
No, we are not about to hate Bob, but it's a show. Don't do that.
He used to be getting made fun of because of that. So, but the reason I'm so transparent is there's so many families and people dealing with the same things but never want to talk about it.
Right.
Scared to. So that's why I talked about the orgasm thing in the first book. That's why in the second book we talk about, you know, the time
what was
Madison.
the orgasm thing from the first
Shut
book?
up,
For those
no.
who didn't-
No, we're not doing that. Every interview you do that. He Googles it. Every interview.
Loren, do you want to do some
No,
research?
no.
I already know.
No.
You should tell the listeners for
No.
those.
So even like in this book, we talk about the time that Logan found a bloody condom at one of his friend's house. So he came, but he's comfortable. Why are you looking at that? It wasn't mine.
I'm intrigued.
Wait, he's like, oh, he found a bloody condom.
It wasn't our house, all right?
No, it was at his friend's house.
At his friend's house.
And he was like maybe 9 years old.
9 years old.
He was about 9 years old.
But he was comfortable enough to come over and
they
ask
were in
Mom
the
about
basement, and the little boy had an older brother.
So what did you say?
Yeah.
Remember when Charlamagne gave Daddy the ass? That's how
Oh my gosh! So that's when we had the sex talk, and Gia had to have the sex talks with Logan and Madison.
What kind of sex talk though? No,
it wasn't a backdoor sex talk.
Era that we in, so it ain't just birds and bees. It's birds and wasps and birds. And, no, I'm serious.
Birds and
they got a full blown sex talk. They had to understand because if you leave it
no backdoor sex talk. If that's what you
no.
I'm really trying to figure out why was the condom bloody. I'm really
it might have been somebody ran a red light or somebody just somebody butt open and just straight just you know what I'm saying? Nah, somebody ran a red light out.
Could also be like a first time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they at that point I found that they were old enough and mature enough, and they're encountering things. Now these conversations are being had amongst their peers, and I knew that if I didn't set them straight, that they were going to be absorbing all of this wrong information and wrong ideas. So I told them, sex feels good. It's a pleasurable experience. God made us that way because God wants us to reproduce. Right. He wants us to create offspring. So he made it something that we would enjoy, but it's meant for someone that you love. And that's the reason why. So they're like, oh, okay. So what is it like?
Yeah.
And
what did you say?
Okay, if I'm being honest, I told them that there is a penis and there is a vagina. And my son Logan was like, so like this? I was like, yeah, something like that. I said, you know, some people look at it as a negative thing.
No, he
really didn't. No, he really didn't. He really didn't. Even like my 11-year-old son right now, he does not know. So when they ask me questions that I don't want them to know about, and he's older than Logan was, but now I have a better grip on his friends and a grip on what he's exposed to on his phone and whatnot, and parameters, boundaries. So I'm really abreast of what he knows and what he doesn't, and our lines of communication are
way better.
Yeah. You have 6 kids, so is there anything that you felt like in the beginning y'all didn't know until y'all got to that 6th kid?
Of course.
Yeah. Like, what were some of the
I'll give you an
things
example
that you didn't know? You just was like, well, me and Rashawn winging this. Like,
I'll give you an example. So one of the fails, and this was something that we disagreed on. So it was the explaining everything to the kids. I have the patience to do it, and he really is a because I said so type of guy. And it worked beautifully with Madison. But with Logan, from a young age, I would explain everything to him. And he's a mama's boy.
Times 30.
You know what I mean? Like, we're very, very close. But it kind of went wrong with him. Because what we found was that we created an environment where he felt that he was entitled to an explanation. And he felt as though because we gave him too safe of a space, that he could challenge me. And he can challenge a decision that I made. So we had to dial that back.
Teach boundaries.
And then we had to teach boundaries and let him know his place. Yeah. So that was a fail in a sense. And Rashawn would always look at me like, see, I told you. Like, see, I told you.
I'm
because
always the bad guy because now I got to go discipline that. So now me and Logan get into it.
And now you can't beat Logan because Logan
so now I got to discipline Logan, and then me and Logan get into it. But one thing about Logan and all of our kids, which is the craziest thing, is they're very forgiving. Like with Logan, I have to get sometimes so disrespectful for him to understand. And the next day he's like, hey, Dad, what's up? And I'm like, hey, Dad, what's up? But that's how he is. And he just has conversations. But we have those conversations and we understand and we talk. But he's the one that, just like his mom.
You know? I love that y'all have a family mission statement.
Yes.
What is the mission statement? And tell people the importance of that.
Well, just so we know, we don't have it on our wall and make the kids read it when they walk in the house. Like, it's not that type of mission statement. It's not like that. So our mission statement is just something that we, as a family, we all live by, right? And I'll read some of them. And the reason is we are a close unit, right? So if you see us together, we're all always out together. You see me the other day with Jackson. You see me before, and Charlamagne has seen me before. So the mission statement is we are a unit, right? We all ride together. Like, we are really a unit.
A unit.
I'm an only child, so I'm heavy into taking care of each other. We respect each other, of course. It's simple. We make sure that we respect each other's feeling. We always have each other's backs. That's one thing that we always do. And it's, sometimes when we have conversations up here, I always talk about my kids. So when they see stuff on social media, at times I have to stop them because they will go in, especially Logan. Logan will go in. He's like that.
Oh, yeah.
We always love to uplift each other and point out the good in one another, right? We see that more, especially with our girls in dance, because they compete against each other a lot.
Yeah.
So when they do, we have to make sure that regardless of what happens, like a couple of weeks ago, London lost, and we thought London got jerked. So I told, I had a conversation with Brooklyn, and Brooklyn was like, Dad, don't worry, I'm going to get first and second for her. And she went out there and busted ass and got first and second.
She got first place and second place.
Gave the first place to her sister because that's what it was. We represent each other at all times. That's how it always is. So we always tell our kids, if we're not there, you make sure that those parents come back and say, oh my gosh, he was such a pleasure. He was polite. He was this. Even with Jackson at the game, Jackson said thank you 1,000,001 times to you. He said hello 1,000,001 times to you because that's what he's taught to do, that you show respect.
Yeah.
With that, my goal for my kids is that when they leave our house, I want everyone that they come in contact with to know that they're well loved. What we teach you inside this house, you exemplify outside of this house. And these are things that a lot of parents don't put into perspective when raising children, because what do we usually do? We take an idea and we throw it up against the wall and we see if it sticks or not. You know what I mean? Oh, that worked. Oh, that didn't. Okay. But a lot of people don't have something tangible that they can go back to and be like, this is a way to create a foundation. Right. This is a way to create a structure. And because we had so many ups and downs, we were able to do that and put it in one place.
And I think the biggest story, I know you hate when I tell a story, was Jackson, right? So we had a parent-teachers night a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
And a teacher came up to me. Teacher that I had no idea. Didn't know who he was.
It was a STEM night.
A STEM night, right? So he walks over to me. He was like, are you Jackson's dad? And I'm like, yeah. When a teacher usually asks that, it's usually some BS, right? So I'm like, oh, here we go. What did Jackson do? And he was like, I just want to tell you, Jackson did something that no child or adult has done in my life. The other day I'm walking down the hall and Jackson comes running up to me and he goes, are you okay? And the teacher was like, what do you mean? He was like, you just don't look as happy as you usually do. Are you all right? Is anything bothering you? Would you like to have a conversation with me and just talk it through? And the teacher was like, what? He was like, nah, you just don't seem as happy as you do, but don't let things stress you out. Just pray on it, and tomorrow will be better, right? And if you need to talk to me, come talk to me. And he said, Jackson ran off. And he was like, I've never had an adult or a child ever do that to me. So he was like, whatever you're doing at home, continue that. And, that just shows what the kids are learning at home is worth everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you need to report that teacher too. He don't need to be in the school system.
It ain't even that. The next day, he probably was like, "You got some time at the I am going to Y'all are such a beautiful family.
Y'all did such a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Find my husband.
Hey, real life, real family.
Yeah, thank you for pulling up.
And for everybody else, we just want to add this last part. We actually wrote it with somebody that helped us out with terms and helped us with different phrases and helped us with, made sure that we were actually doing the right thing when it came to raising our kids.
Yeah, so we wrote it alongside a psychologist because because we wanted to make sure that our outlooks were on the level that I would want to put it out to the public. I wanted the psychological research and quarterbacking behind the way that we parent to pretty much put a stamp on it. To know that what we're doing, not just from our personal experience-driven point of view is sound, but from a psychological point of view is also sound. I wanted to make sure that alongside the truth and the transparency and the experience, that we had that backing to the book as well. I wanted that level of value in the book as well. So,
that's right.
And also, if you have a child with anxiety, ADD, ADHD, other setbacks, other disabilities, we speak to you in this book as well, because those people are very, they don't have that many resources. This book is for anyone who is a parent, a single parent, a parent that is married,
a single woman, but maybe about to have kids in the next
someone
couple of years.
that wants to have a child.
I didn't look at you, Loren.
Wow.
Nobody looked at you, Loren.
First of all, you did look over here.
I looked at you too.
Thank you.
It's forever. It's a very relatable book, and there's a lot of exercises in the book. We kind of also created it in a workbook style. So there's a lot of reflections. There's a lot of places in there for you to answer questions, so you can kind of analyze yourself and understand your own point of view in a way of articulation, where if you haven't really thought about certain things, it'll jog you to think about things. And even if you don't take our take, it encourages you and helps you to come up with your own takes on parenting. So
There you have it.
Real life, real family.
That's right.
It's the Casey crew. It's the Breakfast Club.
You gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne around.
Yeah, Charlamagne, who you giving Donkey of the Day to?
Well, Sexy Red, Donkey of the Day goes to Robert Langlis and Tanisha eBay. They are 33 and 32 years old, respectively, and they was trying to duck the law, okay? Just like you did last night. It's okay. All right, somebody out there listening to me right now ran from the police late last night, early this morning. It happens. I understand. All right, one of the best feelings in the world is running from police and getting away. Trust me, I know. I sold crack once. Okay, when the police come to raid your spot and you hit the woods and get away, what an exhilarating feeling. Now, you shouldn't be doing illegal things that will make the police come after you. I am not encouraging that. I'm just simply saying that when you are doing illegal things and the police come for you and you get away, incredible. Now, Robin and Tanisha don't know what that feels like. No. See, officers tried to execute a warrant on a property in Fall River, Massachusetts, and Robin and Tanisha tried to get away, but it didn't work. Let's go to NBC 10 Boston for the report, please.
No, that's not Santa Claus. You're looking at police body camera video from Fall River. It shows a man there stuck in a chimney. We're told officers executed a search warrant at a home on Canal Street last night. That's when 33-year-old Robert Langlace tried to evade arrest by hiding in a chimney. It didn't work. He got stuck. Police had to call in the fire department to get him out. Langlace is facing drug charges.
See? This is what happens when you believe in Santa Claus. Every year you all get mad at me for telling the truth.
Hey!
Nope. Santa Claus is not real.
Hey!
Okay?
Liar,
Santa Claus is not real. Santa Claus is not real. Santa
Charlamagne's
Claus
the
is
Grinch.
not real.
Grinch. Turn your radio down if you got kids in the car. Liar.
Okay, number one, reindeers don't fly.
Yes, they do.
Number two, you don't even own a chimney. All right? Number three, if you own the chimney, why would Santa Claus be able to fit down it? Have you seen Santa Claus? He's built exactly like former governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie. All right? There's no way his big ass could fit down a chimney. But you humans have convinced yourselves that the story of Santa is real. Being that you all think Santa is real, you think what Santa does is real. And you thought your dumb ass could just slide down a chimney and end up where exactly? Huh? In somebody's living room eating milk and cookies? Huh? Now, Robin and Tanisha were both charged for possession of Class A and B drugs. Now, I had to look that up, okay? Class A drugs in Massachusetts are heroin, morphine, meth, ecstasy, and ketamine. All right, Class B drugs. Who said, Somebody in here said, That was you, Nick? Nick said, Damn, Nick. God,
Nick's ready for vacation.
Lucky we don't drug test up here. My God. Class B drugs are cocaine, crack, LSD, and ecstasy. Okay? Listen, none of this is surprising in light of the circumstances. Whoever made up the story of Santa Claus was high as hell. Okay, it's the only explanation. And the fact we created this one-size-fits-all story that doesn't even make no damn sense, hasn't even really stood the test of time if you think about it. We live in the era of Amazon, FedEx, UPS, dropping packages off all types of day, all times of night, but all Santa got is a bag. One bag. Like he a hoe who just stayed over for the night. And he got something for everybody in the world in just one bag, dressed in all red, so he don't go to Crip neighborhoods, huh? Not to mention, nobody ever questions who exactly are the elves. I don't think they are elves at all. I think Santa Claus is engaging in child labor. Okay? If he's real, he got a bunch of kids at the North Pole treating them like slaves. Either that or they are desperate migrants from Mexico and Santa Claus is benefiting from cheap illegal labor. Now, some of y'all out there are saying to yourself, Charlamagne is on the radio making up things about Santa Claus. If you feel that way, then you too are on Class A or Class B drugs. I'm making up things about a made-up thing. Yeah. The moral of the story is, police described Robert's antics as Santa-like. Well, 'tis the season. Please give Robert Langlis the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw.
Envy's so mad at you.
For what?
Because Santa Claus is real.
Santa Claus is real. I don't know why you'd even say that.
You
Santa
done
is
busted
real.
your ass all year long to give a fat white man the credit for taking care of your family.
I didn't say Santa was white. I just said Santa's real.
Well, either way, you giving another man credit?
But that is crazy, though.
Santa's
exactly.
real.
What type of man gives another man credit for taking care of his family?
He grew up Jehovah's Witness.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You did.
Yeah, it's the whole community of them.
We grew up dealing with reality.
So Santa is real, and shout to all the kids out there being good out there. So Santa can get you. That's right. Thank you so much. So Santa could get you toys, and the elves are there watching you guys to make sure you guys are doing the right thing, so you can get more toys from Santa.
He has children, young children, Charlamagne.
So do I.
Okay, y'all live in a civil rights
who laugh at us because they're like, "Why are you trying to convince us that this entity is real?"
But y'all kids on on 2 different levels. Your kids know more about civil rights and everything. Like he hasn't introduced that to them yet. So you gotta relax, please.
She's just 3. She's just 3.
Damn.
All right, Jesus.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know the last time I seen a chimney.
What is a chimney?
What's stressed when you make up your little words, and I know it's because you got your list going on. But it's always been chimney for me. I'm sorry.
You got a fireplace?
I have a fireplace, but I don't have a chimney.
If you have a fireplace, you have a chimney.
Oh, so what is it? Where is that, in the attic or something?
Oh, you know what?
I've never seen a chimney before.
I mean, I don't know if I got a chimney either.
Exactly.
I got an electric fireplace though.
Oh, so.
See, now how you do that?
You have a chimney, sir.
With an electric fireplace?
Yes.
I don't know.
Envy know about houses, yo.
I know what we don't got. Santa Claus.
Yo, shut up.
Okay. I know we ain't got that. I know that much.
I hate this place, man. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
A man who I feel like him and Jess have one of the best co-parenting relationships I've ever seen.
That's right.
Rome is here.
Rome is here.
What's up, Rome?
I got a chuckle already, Rome, call you. Wow. Just say, I want to know who gave Rome some liquor this morning. And I was like, I ain't give it to him. I just told him where the bar was. And
you said help yourself.
Help yourself.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you said it was apple juice. And so I was about to take a sip, and I was like,
No, it was not. You already knew it wasn't apple juice. I just ain't think you was going to pick the cup up.
Okay.
You and Jess have the best co-parenting situation I've ever witnessed. How did y'all get to this point, bro?
And she thinks she's my mother first and foremost.
Oh, my God.
But it took time. I felt like when you take the feelings out of it, and you realize that the child is the most important part of the relationship, because it's still a relationship whether y'all intimate or not. You can do magical things. And I think that me being the dad that I was and that I am still today, I wanted that. I felt like if we wasn't going to be together, there was no need for us to be. We've created over time, whereas now she's my best friend, she's my safe space. I feel like I can vent to her, because sometimes, all the time, I need it. But I feel like when I was pouring into these other women, they would use it against me. Whereas though now that she's pregnant, I don't really call her and say certain things, because I know she's going through certain things mentally now. So Jess has always been my safe space, though. So it's like she's always been the person that I go to. I call, give me advice. Some advice I don't take, but just to hear her give it to me, just to know that she care. Because like, man, I don't really have nobody.
How did y'all meet? How did you meet Jess, and how did y'all start dating back then? Like, where did you see it? When it was like, oh, this is somebody I want to holler at?
It's crazy because we grew up.
He's starting to smile. He going back.
No, because my mom, when my mom was alive, my mom died when I was 10. When my mom was alive, we went to the same church. My mom died, my father really took me away from everybody. So now it's like, fast forward, I'm like 17. It's Facebook. And she came across my timeline. And I was like, okay. So I did a ... and I put a basketball emoji.
Oh, you thought she was a WNBA player?
No.
Just shut up, man.
Little junior varsity.
No.
He playing with you, but
no, she bid on it too.
Okay.
I think I was like, I'm just coming to get my ball, coming to get what's mine, something like that.
What the is this? And you was
Why the basketball room? I need to know.
I seen it somewhere.
What, loving basketball?
No, I seen somebody do that. Like, I don't know where I seen it. You gotta understand this.
Put a basketball in the messages.
This is 11 years, 12 years ago. So I'm like, I don't know. I did it because I thought it was corny, but I thought it was,
But it worked.
It got her attention.
What do you think, Jess, when you saw the basketball?
I said, what the is this?
Okay.
I just typed that back, and he was like, attention. He said, it was my ball. It's my ball, and I'm coming to get it, or something like that. I'm coming to get what's mine. And I was like, oh, okay, what's up? I already knew what that was given, what it was.
It worked.
You want to bounce it?
Okay, what's up?
But it worked.
It worked.
It worked. So y'all started talking. Where was y'all first date? What was your first, when you started first talking? What was your?
Honest, man, Jessica did a lot. I'm gonna say this: before a lot of these young guys became Jody, I was Jody. And Our first date, big date. I'm gonna say it was Six Flags.
Okay.
Six
doing
Flags.
it. All right. Not doing it big.
But before that, we did a lot of other things. But after that, we did a lot. Like, she introduced me to a lot. Actually, we both was the same age, but she helped make me got me into becoming a man.
Yeah.
Becoming a man. And then, then boom.
Now, Jess always says that you were overprotective, made sure she was good.
Correct.
But then she always said you can't fight.
Oh my God.
No, she never seen me fight.
Oh.
I never had to.
Wrong. We fought. I got that from.
She did say that.
Of course, I'm not gonna fight her, bro. Oh, it's crazy because I just got a picture from the window you busted mine.
You busted your windows out your car?
Man, no, one window with a fist.
Yeah,
What? What happened?
Oh, you can't beat her then. If she could break a window from a fist, I wouldn't even try to fight that.
What happened, Rome? Rome had to take a sip thinking about that. That's triggering him. What happened? What happened?
You want to know the real story?
Yeah, of course.
All right, like Jessica pull up. Mind you, we ain't together. Jessica pulls up. I had a girl in the house, so my brother like come to the top of the steps like, oh, Jess at the door. I'm like, all right, here I come. The nigga don't even wait for me to come.
He let her in.
He let her in.
Oh boy.
Mind you, I walked right past him and his friends with the girl. Jessica get in. I down the steps.
But what did I see when I walked down the steps, Jerome?
You didn't see. So initially tries to massage this story. At Ashton, I had a portable rocking bassinet where I could put it in the trunk, send it to her, bring it back. Ashton was in a portable rocking joint. Me and the girl was on the bed. I had on basketball shorts. She had on her uniform pants.
No.
She gonna sit. She's been saying
Uniform
this forever.
pants? Was she in the military?
She was a CO.
She was a CO.
She was a CO.
This is correctional.
Was she in the military?
No, she's a correctional officer.
Okay.
So like she's sitting, she facing me, but her legs is like, you know how that go. Jessica come downstairs, she gonna say, oh, we was naked. We was not naked. If we was
no
naked,
pants,
I'd have been
shorts,
going. It'd have been happening. I don't get naked and,
Was she
and
topless?
sit up. No,
Very much,
she had a
very
shirt
much.
on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's never gonna tell the
Sweetie.
truth. Anyway, she banged the girl.
You beat up the girl?
No, she didn't beat her up. She
I just
banged
like
her.
popped her. She
And I
fell
picked
off.
her up and walked up the stairs and threw her outside.
Jerome, you could never lift me. No,
Picked you
you
up.
never. No.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
No.
She never wants to. She never wants to admit the truth.
So hold on, the CO couldn't fight?
No, I ain't
No,
know. So
I don't know if she could fight or not, but I
grabbed
hit
her.
her one time, and then she
I
got up,
no.
and then she put on her uniform and went and left, went upstairs,
Like,
and
this
she
is
left.
the truth. Is not. I promise you. I wish it was iPhones and
you
cameras.
started fighting. That no.
I didn't
and
fight
then my
you.
son was not in no portable nothing. He was on the floor on a blanket, and the cat was looking at him like he wanted to eat him. Yes, it was.
What the
hell going on?
Check this
He had a
out.
little
My
cat
basement
in the
has
basement.
cement under the carpet, so I would never I wouldn't even lay on the floor.
Y'all been arguing about this for 11 years.
Yes, because
She never want to tell the
lying.
truth. She was drunk out of her mind, and I'm trying to figure out why her
Well,
homegirl
first
even
of all, I
let
was
her
just
drunk
getting off
there.
of work, just
You
getting off of
a
work because
goddamn
I
lie.
had a job you didn't.
You was
I
a
had a job.
goddamn lie. You did not
What?
just get off work. You was fired at that time. So please.
No, I got fired right after that. I was working at McDonald's. That's when I was stealing out the
This is
register
ghetto love. So
overnight.
great. This is
Yeah.
so much ghetto love. I love
And
it.
then if I was drinking, okay, I was drinking on the job, but I was at work. So, and then I came to get my son. And
No,
yeah.
you did not come get your son because it was my weekend.
So what I- so
you
what I
didn't
was
get
just
him till Monday from daycare. Why was you coming? No, you was coming to be nosy.
I didn't have to come to me.
And
No,
you found what you was looking
She
for.
had a passenger with her. If you
I
coming
mean,
to get
my
your son,
cousin
don't come in
Nicole.
the
Yep. She.
Yeah,
I
and
wanted
I
her to
don't
go
like
over there
Nicole
with me. I
either
knew somebody
because she
was- but I
should
wanted
have
to
told
get
your
my
ass
son.
go home.
11 years, you still don't like
11
it?
years old, man. That's my dog.
So
my
how did you
dog,
punch
I
the
don't like
window?
that.
How did you break the window?
Man, she that shit off with her hand.
So you walked out, seen this car, and punched the
No,
window.
I threw her ass out. I
You
shut
never,
the door.
Jerome,
walked.
you're not that. You was not that strong.
Yeah,
Like
man.
you did not
Yeah,
throw me
I'm tell you how I threw you.
nowhere.
I had you, and there was steps.
You Jazzy Jeff. Oh,
Yeah, that right there.
He
yeah.
could never, ever, even
Yeah.
right now, could not do that.
Oh,
to
my
me.
Why you
God,
hit the
man.
window, though? Why you hit the car?
Because
Because
she knew that
I
would
was
hurt
just
me.
really, really
She knew that
mad
would hurt
because
me.
he wouldn't give me my son.
She's
He
lying.
wouldn't give me my son. You called the police on me. Going to try to say your
I didn't
stepmother
call
did
the
it.
police.
You called the police.
I
She
never
said,
called
the police on
No,
him?
yes,
Well, I didn't
he
call the
did.
police.
He
I don't know how
sent
to
me
poli-
to jail.
Listen,
You went to jail?
I went to jail that night.
Pause. Listen, hold on. I need
in the
everybody to
Tyler
hear
Perry
this.
tube?
I need everybody to hear this. Where I'm from, the jail is right there.
Right around the corner.
You can walk. It's
So
2
when you
minutes.
called
they
him,
heard the commotion.
They walked to us.
I don't know how they came.
He called the police on me, and then when the police came, I just sat in my car. I was mad. I was like, no, I can't move here to get my son. Nicole did tell me, yo, come on, let's pull off. He's not giving you the baby. He's not giving you the baby. I was like, all right, cool. But I was mad, so I didn't pull off. Police paddy wagon pulled up and got out. And you was like, she right there, she right there. And she ain't even pull off yet.
You was
And
the eyewitness.
They walked
How was
up.
I trying to get you? How did I try to get you locked up when I'm the same one who called trying to bail you out with no money?
I don't know why you ever thought you could bail somebody out with no money.
Like, I ain't sleep that night.
You trying to get out?
Check this
You
out.
put her in jail to try to bail out?
Listen, check this out. You ever went to a woman phone?
Of course.
Could you eat after that?
Yes.
You could? Well, I couldn't. I'm comparing that to when she went to jail. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. You know, and
You was sick. I
was sick.
Yeah.
I didn't want her in jail. Why the f*** I call the police?
Yeah. So now, when you hear this
Jesus
story
Christ.
and you say to yourself, why are they there on National Co-Parent Day? Because they are like the best of friends now. They call each other. Jess calls you her brother. How do you feel about that?
How did y'all get there?
Do you look at her like your
I think I
sister?
created
'Cause you
that.
said
My dog.
mama.
My dog.
I was gonna say what
She
you
act
said.
like my
You
mother.
created that.
She act like my mother. Like when we out of town and she act like my mother. And I ain't gonna disclose too much, but she thinks she my mother.
No, I just know
She likes to control. Like she know how I am though. Like me, I'm a loner. I think part of that controlling part is like she cares, and sometimes, especially when I'm under the influence, I've done dumbass. So
That's good that you know that. You can admit that.
Yeah, I've done dumbass.
I don't know if we're just assisting the back.
Everybody, like, you know, everybody know that. But I hold myself accountable to that. Mind you, now I ain't gonna say I learned from one mistake. 'Cause I done did a dumbass over and over again. But I think in that aspect, that's when the mother with the V come in. But the her calling me brother and sister, like honestly, without the child, like it's there. It's seen. Like cameras on, cameras off. Like you can't fake this or make this up.
Oh yeah, Rome started that. Rome started calling me sis first, and then I started calling him bro. I'm like, yeah, we do have like a sibling dynamic in some way. You know, he still confides in my mom. My mom is our mother. Like it ain't nothing crazy. It's nothing intimate. Like seriously, I always say this. People be like, yeah, right. I can literally walk past this, and I don't do this, but I'm saying I can walk past this man naked, and he does. They be like, "Girl, what? Like, put that up." I'm talking about seriously. Like,
how do y'all deal with each other's spouses or each other's boyfriend and girlfriend? Like, how do you deal with his girl, and how do you deal with?
Now, Ron, she told us you had 17 baby mamas. 5. Okay.
I never told you he had no damn.
I thought you said like
17.
everybody always try
I
to
said
times
5.
2 and shit. Okay. It's cool though. It's cool. I get
said
it.
5.
But this was the friction part. Now we got over that, but the friction part was I'm on my business. I don't get in her shit. But the friction part was her getting into mines. But she's still a woman. I'm still a man.
Yeah.
So women tend to do that, and this is not no shame to women. I don't mean no disrespect by saying it, but I think women tend to do that, especially a woman that care about you.
What she said that sometimes you make bad decisions, and she's there as your sister to make sure you good.
Correct.
Regardless if it's life, relationship, or whatever.
Correct.
She said that on there.
With me personally, I never really I talk to her about certain things, but I never really like my family to get into no intimate situation.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Y'all can feel a way about this person however y'all want, whether it's negative or good. If I'm gonna deal with this person, I'm gonna deal with her. Like the female can smack shit out me yesterday. I might get over it and them up. But it's like that's how I was always able to distinguish the two. Like when Jessica with her men, when she come to me, like I don't know, I ain't never pillow talking or sneak dissing or nothing. Like I don't really care for like it ain't nothing to have that I don't. If you put it in that sense, but when she come to me with a man, I tell her, ain't right.
But both of y'all gotta
ahead.
care though, because you gonna want to know who around your son. She gonna want to know who around her son.
I never did though.
Yeah.
I never. So in the beginning stage, don't have this my son.
Right.
I grew out of that. So now I trust my child mom enough she won't bring no around my child.
Right.
So I don't say, don't have this around my. That's never been a problem. What has been a problem was envy me, except for my last dog. Yeah, my dog. That's my dog.
Who's the dog?
My dog, Chris.
Chris? Okay,
Chris.
Chris.
It's my dog. Yeah. It's my dog. I ain't gonna hold you. I think, like, man, honestly, me and Jess, man, like, I think it's been times where a woman didn't like me and her situation. But guess what? Bye.
Yeah, more so it'll be more so on his end because it's much more of them. But the thing is, like, I don't like when because I even tell him when he doing wrong too. Like, yo, don't treat her like that. This is not how you going to introduce me to her. Now I done got to know her, you know, and whether she had a kid or not. Most of the time is the ones that have the kids. But it's like, yo, you gotta do right or just be single. Like, don't keep hurting women in the process of trying to find what you're looking for. I mean, I know that's all a part of dating, but when you have kids, it's different, you know. Right. And then he'd be like, that's why I don't like you to be getting into it, you know. And then I don't like he attracts a lot of toxic women too, like abusive relationships where women will put their hands on him. I'm like, what? Yeah, all right, you know. But he don't he's like, nah, but I might be with her tomorrow. What? She just blacked your eye. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not doing it. But
Claire, I never had a black eye.
Okay, well, she bust your nose. Whatever. Women have put their hands on you, and you be all right with it.
And that's why she's my dog. Like, I think she's the only one, really, honestly, the one to get the under my skin. Like, it's certain wordplay she used, and I don't care what tone she used it in. But to say that, it's like, bro, I was really never taught how to love. When I moved with my dad, I didn't move my dad and my stepmom, which is my mom now. Me and my mom have a great relationship. That's my stepmom. And my dad was married, but my dad was cheating. Like,
same.
Like, my dad was cheating, bro. My dad showing me that, bro. Like, I'm thinking cool. So like, even when I started dealing with women and stuff like that, multiple women and all that, my dad was like, yeah, son,
absolutely.
And I'm thinking it's cool.
Because that's what you're being taught.
That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm being taught. Like, and every man in my life that I looked at as a role model to me was the same way.
Same.
So it's like, what you expect. But the good thing is now, it's like, I'm old enough now, and mind you, I ain't perfect now. I'm seeing it. I'm trying to, change it. But I never was taught to love properly. So, and my trust issues is up from my dad. Because I'm seeing what he's doing. Right. But I'm seeing when it's done to him, his reactions. Like, damn, you was just doing this, how you gonna get mad? Right? So it's like, every relationship I've went into, I had an expiration date. I put an expiration on myself. I said, she gonna get, I'm gonna get what I'm getting, I'm gone. So I never really gave a woman the
commitment?
Not even commitment, but I've never gave the woman a chance to really love me.
But even with the kids, like even having kids with other women?
Nah, I had, and this is, like I said, no disrespect to my children, moms. A lot of my children came out of vulnerability.
Expound on that.
And I'm explaining that. So I will meet a woman who I may feel like she's what I need. Another safe place or whatever the case may be. But I'm already vulnerable from a previous relationship. I have a child. Knowing I don't want to be with this woman. But I feel like I'm forced to be with her because it's a child. And I've done that,
multiple times. You needed a therapist, not another baby mama. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But at the time of need, at the time of vulnerability, women can, bro, they be masked up. But like, I never really knew how to be alone. Like, I feel like I gotta have somebody laying next to me. Because even before my mom died, my mom used to sleep naked. This is a back then thing.
How old were you when your mother passed?
Yeah, I was 10, but I was a mommy's boy.
Did you ever really properly grieve?
No. Grieving, no. I never really grieved. All I did was, I thought it was gonna help me by going to school for social work, because that's what she was. But I never really properly grieved, and that's a process now. I do want to get back in the gym. I do want to get a therapist, but I want everything else around me to be intact so that I could fully commit. Because if I ain't fully committed, it ain't gonna work.
How did y'all? That's the most thing to me. I don't want to say most important, but one of the most important things. How did y'all realize we don't have feelings for each other no more? Like, how did that just go away? Like, y'all love each other, but not in that way.
I got my answer. You want to go first?
You can go first. What's yours? Because I'm still thinking.
When I stopped caring about who she dealt with.
Oh.
When I wouldn't even care. Like,
how long did that take?
3 years. So like when Ashton was like 3.
Yeah, he was still like really young. Yeah.
It was like 3 years, but honestly, at that 3 years, like, I had caught a big check. So it was like, I was almost $500,000. So it was like, the pain that I had, whatever the case may be, I would like just block it out. But other than that, like,
you ain't try to stun on her a little bit, though?
No, I never stunted. No, I never.
Yeah.
No,
I'm waiting for that.
I never intentionally stunted on her. I never did that. Never.
Oh, okay.
I did everything she possibly could ask me to do. And she said on a one of these shows something about a BGE bill, and I'm gonna address that. I never wanted to.
That was
address
on our show. That was on Co-Parenting and Reckless.
I'm gonna address that now.
What bill? That's electric bill, right?
So I'm gonna explain it. Her lights got cut off.
You got a $500,000 check, and you.
But listen, it wasn't right then and there. Okay. But it's over time because mind you, a lot of my place she helped me get a lot on the back end. But in the time, like, I helped her, whatever the case. I didn't know she was moving with a man.
I didn't move with a man.
Well, she moved the man in with her.
Yeah, after.
Yeah, all right, okay.
After.
So he had you in the dark too?
No. This was before I met him.
I don't get in her business, so I don't know that he not there. So boom, here's my logic, and I'm a say what I'm gonna say to her after I explain it. My logic was, all right, man is in the house. Boom. BGE get cut off. So she like, well, Rome. I'm like, well, I'll take my son with me. But that wasn't me talking. That was the girlfriend I had talking.
Oh, you ain't tell me that.
I never told you that because as a woman, you ain't trying to hear that. And as a man, and you being me, I don't want to hear that. So I didn't want to tell you that because I'd have felt less of a man.
Unball your fist, Jess.
So yeah.
But now I understand them. If somebody else is smacking the cheeks, you pay that bill.
So the girlfriend was like,
living in that house.
So the girlfriend was like,
don't talk about no house.
So listen.
Now go ahead.
So the girlfriend was like, I took a certain amount of money out the bank. I did. She was with me. She like, why are you giving it to Jessica? I'm like, cause she need it.
And she like, oh,
I never
that's
said
why I'm here because of your money.
I never said the reason.
Wow.
I never said the reason. Yeah. I never said the reason though. She was like, what exactly do she need? Because I know you ain't giving her no, she don't need a bag or nothing like that. I'm like, no, it's something else. She like, well, don't she got a nigga living with her? And mind you, I'm drinking at the time.
You thinking the same thing.
I'm like,
you wasn't even thinking that till she said it.
I wasn't thinking that, but I'm drinking. And I'm like, you know what? You right.
Why you ain't ask Jess though?
Crazy.
Why you didn't pick up the phone and say, Jess, what's up with you?
Because I was a young, emotional boy.
Who had just ran into a bunch of money and a bunch of bitches with that.
No, man, I'm hurt. I'm a hurt young man, got a lot of money. Everybody done f***ed me over. I got some money. I'm doing the one day. I'll make myself happy. Yeah. And that's how I went broke.
Everybody except me
Except
you
her.
over. You feel me?
Except her. So that was what I was like. And granted, right now on today, I'm gonna say I truly, sincerely apologize for not taking care of you the way I should have. And I'm gonna take my glasses off because for a long time that shit hurt me. And it's like I never ever especially you, I never ever meant to do that to you. And it's like now that's why I work so hard today and just try to even just give you something. But in due time, that shit come back. I done made that shit back, went broke again, made it back, went broke again. But my biggest downfall, the common denominator, was alcohol and women. Them two problems never allowed me to really reach my full potential. Because even when I seen it a couple years ago, you seen it, 2019, when I was single, when I moved back by myself, I ran that up.
Flourish.
But it be women holding me back,
and
man.
Ran into somebody.
So I'm sorry that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And a lot of my that wasn't your job, that wasn't your job. I felt that was my duty. But because I had certain people in my ear that I thought had their best interest in me, but when that bag ran out, they left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I'm not a sorry person. I apologize.
Okay. I appreciate that. But listen, I was talking to a nigga. He moved in months after. You think I was gonna move into a doghouse? You think I wanted to see how I was living? No. And when you say, I asked you like, yo, can you just get my my lights on? I'll pay you back. That's when I was scamming and doing all that shit. That shit got slow too. So I'm like, all right. You was like, no, I'd take my son. Nobody taking my kid. Not even his father. Like as long as Ash wasn't scared of the dark, we was good. You know what I'm saying? Like I still had candles. We was playing, we was doing all that. We would stay outside.
That turned you up a notch.
Until it got dark, and then we would go in the house. And he ain't never asked me why the lights ain't coming on. It don't matter. So as long as he was good, I was good. I just wanted to be able
to call you baby.
You know what I'm saying? And just be like, yo, get my lights back on for me.
And you should have.
Yeah.
But guess what? That made you a demon. And when I say demon, I say it in the best way. That turned you up. And I got to teach my kids, especially my oldest boy, my 11-year-old, bro, like I don't want you to have to go through something bad to learn a lesson.
Right.
I don't think everybody should have to go through something bad to learn a lesson.
Right.
But in your case, I feel like, that put that battery in your back. And no, when that battery came in your back, you ain't treat me no way.
Nope.
It took still a minute for us to create that bond.
Yeah.
But y'all have it now, and I think y'all both should give each other some grace because y'all was dumb young.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
real young.
And I always was a hurt young man, so.
Right.
But I love this story because it shows the foundation and how y'all are now.
Yeah.
And how y'all treat each other now. You know, I don't know you, but the way she talks about you on the radio and like you said, she is a mother, she protects you, she holds you down. I just love to see it.
Yeah.
No, sometimes I be telling her stop talking about Rome like that.
He always did. But it's
I be like, why you be talking about Rome? But I get it. She don't mean no harm by it.
No, she don't. Like I said, man, like I wish a lot of other people would take from us. Yeah. And that's why this gotta be on TV.
That's why y'all writing a book.
Yeah, all that. Book coming, everything coming.
Book coming.
Yes.
Everything common.
There you have. What do you think the most important thing? Because I want y'all to save a lot of this. But what's the most important thing it takes to co-parent? If y'all just leave it on that because it's National Co-Parenting Day.
Yo, I'll tell you, I started off communication. Like, a lot of people be scared to hurt each other's feelings, and a lot of people be afraid to have uncomfortable conversations, whether it's about kids, unhashed differences, whatever. Like, one day me and Rome just literally met up and we just talked about everything that, you know, he felt like I did him wrong in certain situations, and then he felt like I will always try, because he says I'm controlling a lot, and I do take that, you know what I'm saying? I own that. I do. Like, I was trying to control how he parents sometimes, like how he would raise Ash and all of that type of stuff. We just put everything on the table and just was like, all right, you're moving forward, because it's really about Ash.
Right.
And that's really like when we, after that, it was like no looking back. It's like, all right, whatever. Cool.
Piece of cake.
I'm sure it's a discussion that'll continue on, not even just amongst, you know, Jess and Rome, but just amongst anybody out there.
That's right.
You know, dealing with co-parenting issues. But I think Rome is talking to a lot of different issues that a lot of us men go through. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that you was vulnerable this morning, Rome.
Right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, there you have
and
it.
their book is coming soon via Black Privilege Publishing.
Love you, y'all.
Simon & Schuster.
Yeah, love you more, sis.
All right. Well, it's Rome.
Yes.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's time for a positive note. What we got?
Positive note is simply this, man. Be careful what you wish for others, because it just might get to you. All right? To wish bad things for somebody else is actually like looking for something bad to happen to you. Because when you wish bad karma on somebody else, you bring bad karma on yourself, okay? You are consuming and bringing in negative vibes into your life. Instead, be the person you wish they were. Be the person who brings only positive thoughts and good vibes into their own life, because being negative yourself will only bring negative into your life. Don't poison yourself hoping somebody else will die, all right?
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up. Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.